Hello, everyone. I woke up at witching hour, 3 in the morning, with just this overwhelming feeling that my enemies are about to be destroyed, and a lot of helpless, like moaning and groaning. I feel the whole biblical thing of like gnashing of teeth. What is it? It's something about like there's a place of gnashing of teeth, and I mean, I'm not happy that there has to be suffering on the planet. But what I'm really not happy with are God's people being tortured. So I'm returning every ounce of evil that's ever been sent to me back to my enemies. And you will soon be knowing it. Period. It's just a natural byproduct. I've elevated, my vibration is higher. So if I tell myself I'm beautiful, I'm sexy, I'm abundant, I'm rich, I'm wealthy, if I'm saying all these positive things to myself, and via the law of assumption, I now assume those things to be true. If you think otherwise, it's going to naturally repel off of me and go right back to you. So anyway, the chosen ones, I kept hearing chosen one message. I was going to do a pick a card, but I kind of don't know right now if I can until I get this message out, because my heart is heavy. I'm even wearing black today as like a sign of mourning, because I feel spiritual warfare in the worst ways, but yet I feel fine. I feel for my enemies. There is this sadness because these people were warned. They were warned not to mess with God's chosen people. I just saw 144 on the clock, 144,000. It breaks my heart that you've been tortured the way that you've been tortured. Just knocked down repeatedly every day for absolutely no reason. Then you're just the light. There's no reason for it. There was no reason. You were victims. You were absolutely victims, but you don't have to stay in that victim mentality forever. I keep getting that avenging angels are soon destroying all of your enemies, and it is what it is. They're going to be taken out. You don't have to lift a finger. Obviously, I wouldn't ever condone something like that. We don't condone violence. Just let avenging angels handle it in the spirit, okay? These people, they already sold their soul. They've already been doing the devil's bidding for a minute. They've already been doing things in the dark that you tried to save them from. But you can't save those that don't want to save themselves. They wanted it. They liked the feeling. They enjoyed it. They got off on hurting you. They enjoyed that. It's a very dark message. It's heavy. But it's over. It's over. It's about to be over. It lasted a really long time, but the quickness that I'm getting from spirit, like the quickness, the severity of it, the finality of it is so fast. It almost doesn't even seem real, because it's been years in the making, decades for most of you in torture. Like, you've been tortured for decades, and so all of a sudden, in one fell swoop, your enemies all just like get washed away, and it's almost unbelievable. 3:33 on the clock, you could be seeing those numbers. On 444, I've been seeing that a lot lately too. I'm gonna get some cards, and we're gonna figure out what's happening. Okay, so a big message for the divine masculines. You're feeling this urge to protect the feminine now, which is great. It's the feminine within you. It's also the feminine external of you. It's also God's people in general, right? If God is love and love is God, right? Then those who work for love, those who believe in love, those who are striving for love in everyday life, they work for God. And since you work for God and they work for God, you're feeling this innate urge to protect them, keep them safe. Because you know more than most do about this spiritual warfare. Divine masculines and divine feminines, you've been at this a very long time. This is not your first rodeo. You guys understand spiritual warfare a lot deeper than most. That's why twin flames that get into union do so, because they are veterans at this shit. They know what the fuck they're doing when it comes to psychic and spiritual warfare. So, divine masculine, and messages I was getting for you is that you feel this innate urge to just let it all go so that you can surrender to the divine, so you can really step into your true power as a masculine. And also there's this urge to really just let it go, because you don't have that attachment to the worldly things anymore. Okay, so the worldly things have fallen away. The need for all of that glitter and gold has basically been dissolved, and what you're being left with now is an urge, a very dominant urge, but it's primal instinct to protect, because you can tell and you can sense something very much wrong in the divine feminine right now. Nothing wrong about her, just energies that are not right in the whole collective, attacking the divine feminines, which is the creator. If you think about it, the divine feminine energy is the creation, right? The creator, the one that can give birth, give life to everything. It's an energy. It doesn't have to be a woman or a man. It's an energy. So you feel more compelled lately to really stand up and defend the little guy, okay? Because you realize shit isn't right. Yeah, shit isn't fair. It's not fair. And until you surrender, until you have that moment of reckoning where you come to God and you really fully, truly, divinely surrender, your karma is enhanced. It feels even more than most, because you are being called to something bigger. Others aren't. You are chosen for a reason. Others aren't being called to that, so they don't have that same caliber of karma that you do. So if you keep attaching yourself to worldly people that are enemy in nature, you're going to keep being punished by the divine. But it's not even really the divine doing it. It's your own ego that's causing that torture and punishment. The divine is offering liberation. So here is the weirdest, most intense message I've ever delivered on my channel. I feel like I'm really at war, and I feel so peaceful about it. Like, I kind of thrive in it. Well, I'm in Aries, Sun and Venus, so it doesn't really shock me that I thrive in it. My love language is war. I mean, it's really sad to say, but that is the thing. And in a past life, I was a war general. In a past life, I was a male Asian war general. So I'm good with war. I'm good with war. What I'm not good with, though, is watching a whole bunch of people who don't understand psychic warfare being attacked and persecuted for wanting to dibble and dabble in some things that they really want to start exploring. People that want to know their gifts, people that are having these nightmares, these demonic strongholds over them, being attacked by incubus. I have clients that come to me, they're seeing a whole bunch of shit, like aliens and shit. I am so upset that I have to witness good people, good-hearted people who are just trying to learn to protect themselves, be persecuted by assholes with their head so far up their ass, they don't want to sit here and tell people that they're allowed to ask questions spiritually. So, because I'm angry, my divine masculine is angry. When my divine masculine's angry, anyone in our direct vicinity is shit out of luck, okay? Because if he gets pissed and riled up, then it's all over. You know, I can sit here brooding and angry for as much as I want to be, but once the masculines are done, then it's over, you know? So, divine masculine, you're being called right now, and this is the whole masculine collective, you're being called to really step up and start seeing this for what it is. See it for war. It is war. It is war. You might not be able to see it with your physical eyes, and I think that's why so many people get it twisted, and they're like, oh yeah, well, there's tomorrow. I'll always have tomorrow. Always. Because it's a spiritual war. It's the battle of Armageddon. It's the great battle, right? It's the big one. You can't see that shit. It's not meant to be seen. It was meant to be felt. And you're now feeling it. You're going to feel the heat, and you're going to continue to feel the pressure and continue to feel the heat, divine masculines, until your ass steps into gear, okay? I'll get to the divine feminines in a minute, but yeah, the masculine energy was really just, I felt that the 3 a.m. wake-up call at witching hour, which happens, I'm a sensitive, so I wake up at 3 a.m. when somebody's put magic on me. It's fine, it's going right back to you can fuck off royally. I don't ever want to see any of you trying it again. You'll never be able to try shit on me again. But the point is, if I wake up at 3 a.m., you best believe you're cutting into my beauty sleep. and it's fucking over. So if any of you have been dabbling in your stupid ass witchcraft with your little spells and your candles, you can honestly get that 100 times fold. 10 on the clock. It's completely over. But divine masculines, you're about to see who your feminines really are. Like, you're going to see them for what they really truly are. Okay? Good, bad, and ugly. You're going to see their shadow and you're going to see their light. Now, again, feminine energy is within you. So you're about to see what you are. Good, bad, and ugly. You're about to see who you are and why, as the masculine, you want to protect your feminine, which is also you. It's all you, right? So yeah, let me collect my thoughts here, not get too angry. Power, progress, and perfection. Yeah. So a big shift that's happening right now in the masculines the masculine energy is that you may not have been speaking life over yourself or others and enforcing that rule. Okay. A lot of these divine masculines are coven leaders, and they don't even realize they're coven leaders, because a lot of people think that to be in a coven, you somehow sit around a cauldron outside under a full moon and call yourself witches and warlocks. That's not how that shit works anymore. Nah, it's going to school, or it's going to church, or it's going to Starbucks after church on Sunday and just sitting around gossiping with your friends. That, my friends, is a coven, okay? So these divine masculines are waking up to the fact that they are very much involved in a coven. They initiated the coven, and most of them fueled it. So what the divine is asking the divine masculines to do right now is to really step up and realize that in the same way they curse their feminine, they can be using these same tools, these same words of wisdom, the same tongue that speaks lies and fallacies over people. They can now be speaking life. So the divine masculine is really about to get their ass handed to them until they start speaking life over the divine feminine. Because a lot of the feminines that I've been channeling for and I've been reading for personally in my own life have been affected so badly financially that they can't even be concerned about the greater picture. They can't even think about mission, the new earth, collective work. They can't do shit because they're so focused on feeding themselves, clothing themselves, and keeping themselves sheltered. In today's modern, what's happening right now with inflation and everything like that, it's even worse for divine feminines, because they were divine feminine for a really long time. You were going to the spirit world, you were going to the divine in order to get away from narcissistic abusers, right? But the problem is you shifted from leaving a narcissistic abusive thing out of fear, starting your own business, getting your own place. That was fueled by fear, fueled by leaving something toxic. But now see the shift in the masculine energy. It's now about to be success and thriving fueled by love. You see, one is out of fear, and while it worked for a little while to get you out of Dodge, now the atmosphere is changing, now the vibration is changing, now your intentions are towards love, not running from fear. Does that make sense? Again, that's because the shift in the masculine, the shift within us, is now addressing that fear head on. And this will be the last lifetime for a lot of twins that are coming into union. That's it. Once you realize the devil is you and you face it head on, you're facing you, there's nothing to run from. There's no more lifetimes of avoiding. There's none of that. So these twins in this new wave of union right now, you're facing the real harsh truth that you have been the devil all along, but you are also the angel all along. Which one are you going to fuel? So feminines, I know all too well what it's like to be targeted for your light, but abundance especially has been really tough for me. And I do understand that that was one of the points of contention for a very long time on my journey, was using my gifts for money, which is like a thing. There's still a taboo. People still have a taboo about witchcraft. So people still have a taboo about a whole bunch of shit. But I know for me personally and a lot of my clients, it's mainly that they need to use their gifts to, well, I mean, they are their magic. They are their gifts. These are creatives, content creators, painters, artists, celebrities, actresses. These are people that really need to shine, and they have to get paid for it because it is them. Their business is them. Their entrepreneurship is them. They have to own their own business. They can't make it in a 9-to-5. They can't. They're too sensitive for that. So this is where the divine masculine is really being called to step the fuck up right now. Because if you don't do that, well, I mean, there is no choice. You're going to do that. You're going to do that. There is no choice. You are being sat the fuck down. And you will continue to be sat the fuck down until you get it through your thick skull that your divine feminine within you and also externally in the collective needs your assistance. Period. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You work for the divine. You signed up for that contract. That is what you will be doing. Period. And I think the divine feminine energy that I'm embodying right now is so laser focused on New Earth and combining energies with others who are like-minded. It's trumping everything. It's bypassing all of the negativity. It's almost like it's like smoothing over a rough surface, and it's just kind of like filling in all the gaps. I don't know how to explain what I'm saying. A lot of feminines are coming together in spirit, but also physically. Actually, in the 3D, I think a lot of people are starting to meet up again after 2020 and everything, you know, and it's almost like it's glazing the rush. It's almost like I'm seeing sandpaper, and the divine feminines put like this gloss over sandpaper so that this is the new earth for people. It's the new earth for the divine feminines to have a safe space, to be able to have life glide so much more easier. So what I am getting with the sandpaper, this is a rough surface that it was a very bad earth, right? A very dark earth that we were inheriting. But something about the way that I'm seeing the sandpaper is glossed over. There's like this gloss and it fills in the gaps. So now you can just slide quite easily over it. It's like you've built a new earth on top of an old one that's already collapsed. It's already collapsed. You don't even tune into it anymore. You don't even focus on it anymore. It doesn't even exist in your reality. But now the masculine though, masculine. I'm wondering if they still think it exists in theirs. No, it doesn't. It doesn't either for them. But it is seeing, I think, the destruction that is convincing them that the old world still exists. It's just the it's the rubble. It's not, you're both safe. The masculine is just waking up to the fact that they were part of the destruction. They caused the destruction. Through the throat chakra, especially, speaking negatively, speaking ill will, speaking death over people, negatively, saying things like, I'm broke, I'm poor, nobody likes me, I'm ugly, that person's stupid, you know what I mean? That's speaking death. So the masculines are realizing they're confusing the old earth with the rubble that they're seeing. They're only seeing the rubble. They're not actually seeing the old earth anymore. The old earth is gone. For those of you that made it, especially during the 7/7 portal, that one was really intense. That one was by far, for me, as a twin, oh my God. That was the most life-changing portal I've ever fucking experienced in my entire life. I can't even explain what it did. Like, even talking about it, like, even thinking about it, it just almost makes me cry again, because it was like the most beautiful experience of my entire life for about a whole week. For about a whole week, I was, well, it feels like I was in heaven for almost a whole week. I got to go through the portal. I got to see the new earth. I got to be there. Sometimes, it's really difficult, because then the portal closes and you're kind of kicked out of it, and then it's always tough for a little while. It's always tough for a little while when you come back. Just for a little while. Till you try to implement that new earth energy back into the 3D structure. And the toughest part is really being alone as a divine feminine and realizing that no one else saw it with you. You saw it, and that's it. And no one else can help you build it. You build it. It was your template. You got to see it. It was your blueprint. It was given to you by the divine, and now your ass needs to be kicked into gear in order to put it into practice in the 3D. But now, see, this is where the masculine really needs to step up, because it's your masculine energy that is the giver, that is the provider, that actually fuels this shit. Thank you, Spirit. The feminine receives, right? The masculine gives. So a lot of us have been abused so long that we don't even realize our masculines are capable of giving love instead of death. And so I'm getting that that's what's changing right now. And I just keep hearing enemies are being slayed. Enemies are being slayed. I mean, I'm just hearing it. Like, I'm hearing slay. Like, enemies are just being taken out, okay? Again, it's in the spirit. You know, I don't condone violence. Why? Why would I? I don't want to fucking break a nail. Why would I? Why would I want to do it and get dirty? What the fuck? Not my job. I'll let avenging angels handle that shit. Right? I've got better things to do, like read tarot and drink my tea and put on lip gloss and enjoy my life and light a candle and get sunlight and talk to God. I've got better shit to do. I don't need to slay my enemies. My enemies can slay themselves. But I do need to know that I'm worthy of being in the divine position that I'm absolutely in, no matter what my status, no matter what I wear, no matter where I live, no matter how much money I have in my bank account. I don't care if I live under a bridge in my fucking car. I don't give a shit where I stay, how much money I have. And divine feminines, this is where it really pays to know thyself, honey. 22:22 on the clock. It really pays to know thyself. Because no matter what happens in the world, no matter what the 3D is showing you, right? It's not going to ever dictate whether you're worthy of love or not. Ever. Literally fucking ever. Okay, it doesn't matter. A billionaire is worthy of love in the same way that a guy with $2 to his name living under a bridge is worthy of love. The exact same worthiness, right? And I think that that's one of the biggest things I learned in this whole living in poverty on my own, struggling as a struggling artist to make ends meet, especially as a content creator and a tarot reader, in a world that hadn't yet, for me anyway, been accepting of what I do. In fact, everyone that I'd ever come across, I still had a generational curse placed on me that I hadn't learned through yet karmically. So I kept being matched with people who were like absolutely 100% against what I do. And they would instantly hex me or curse me or wish ill on my business. And so it failed. In 2022, it failed. And so I've been, as a divine feminine, attacked in that same way. But, you know, once you learn why it happened, and then you learn how really powerful you are, they wouldn't have even come after you. Unless there was a threat. They wouldn't have even you wouldn't have even been on the radar unless you were something fierce, okay? You have to get to that point where it's an honor. Like, it's a badge of honor anymore. Like, thank you for coming after me. I must be hot shit. Thank you so much for trying to make my business fail. One, it's not going to. Not anymore. And two, I'm really flattered. Like, I'm honored you took the time. I'm honored that you spent 24 hours of your day focused on me failing, because all I did was transmute that energy. I basically, every demon you sent, I ate it for breakfast. Stronger than ever, and you're weaker than ever. So go ahead and stay glued right to your screen. So the divine feminines that I'm channeling for, it's like you have this desire for new earth, and it's finally being matched with the power to get you there. Now, the power to get you there is your own divine masculine, which you have to allow in, not only externally, but within as well. You have got to allow that energy to really provide for you, take care of you, especially after so many of us have been rejected in the 3D world. I mean, 34 years of poverty. I don't even know what it's like to have money. I've never known what it's like to be rich, ever. So for the divine feminines right now, like, you guys are going to have this intense desire and urge, especially after the 7/7 portal, and I'm predicting also for the Lion's Gate as well, this desire to bring that template, bring that new earth in, right? Ground it here in the 3D. But this is where you're going to have to really dig deep and expect the universe to provide for you in the most miraculous ways, like crazy shit happening, guys, like crazy shit that doesn't make sense, okay? That shouldn't make sense. It's not logical. It's not linear, right? Bills that get paid randomly in the most freaking opportune, it's like, it's weird, okay? Most people would be like, that shit's weird. How'd that happen? Doesn't matter. It's not up for other people to fucking debate. It was for the Most High to give you. That's it. And your divine masculine is now wanting to step in for you and do that, but you have got to allow it. And I feel so strongly, like I'm gonna cry when I talk about that, because the divine masculines are like, I want to give. A lot of them have money. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. A lot of the divine masculines have money, and the feminine doesn't really so much. Not all of them, though. Not all of the masculines have money. But I am getting quite a few do. So if they are sitting on money, where is that going to get them? That doesn't get them to heaven. That your money doesn't get you the fuck to heaven, okay? An old world with old world money doesn't get you into the new earth. Your loving heart, your giving nature gets you into new earth, right? Knowing you're divine gets you into new earth. Knowing that you are God, ye are gods, that gets you into new earth. That gets you into heaven. Knowing you and your Father are one, that gets your ass into heaven, not money. So the divine masculines right now are realizing, like, there's really not much that money is actually doing if it's not being put to use in a good way, because a lot, and they have been sat down, and guys, this is what I'm getting, the masculines have been sat down, and they're now looking at shit like, what good is that? What good is that? All the money in the world can't even get you into heaven. Like, what the fuck good is it then? Divine feminine, the ones in poverty like me, you already get it. You already know that money isn't doing shit. It's like, it's not gonna get you to heaven. You know what I mean? You can't take that shit with you. But your masculine is just now knowing that. They're just now learning that. Okay, so we have out trick-or-treating. This card here fell. It says, we're here. We're here. And I'm really noticing the feminine in the middle. I'm almost seeing like, man, you feel so safe and protected. It doesn't even matter what comes your way. And this is the number 5. And I really am seeing 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords. So a lot of conflict. And it doesn't even matter. It's like you are literally invincible. You're untouchable. You can't be destroyed. It's like, yeah, you know what I just heard? I heard, don't you think they would have been able to destroy you by now? But you're still kicking. Not only are you still alive, you're about to fucking thrive. I mean, it's like, damn, they can't get you. Damn. And they tried. They tried it. Let yourself feel all your emotions. Ooh. I heard one of the reasons you want to work with the divine is because the divine lets you feel. The divine not only helped you heal, but they let you feel. That anger that you have, you can always go back to the divine and be like, you know what? It wasn't your fault. I'm pissed. I'm in my shadow. I'm fucking throwing a fit, but I understand that I'm pure love. So a lot of you feminines are realizing that the reason you want to work for the light so badly is because the light loves your shadow. And that's something the masculines hadn't realized yet, is that the light loves their shadow. And it would. That's what makes it divine. That's what makes it unconditional love. Stillness. Wow. And again, I am getting that there's a lot of karma being served right now by the divine masculine. They're having to pay a lot of karmic debt that And it's like, and what I'm getting is like instantaneous. And my throat, my throat chakra is going really weird right now. And I'm getting like, they're sitting in silence. They're not saying so much. It's like, if you have nothing to say, if you have nothing good to say, don't say shit at all. That's what I'm getting here. Because a lot of these masculines are confused as fuck right now. And they're like, wait, okay, so I at least don't want to make things worse. So if I just stop talking, I'll stop digging this hole. They don't know how to get out of the hole yet, maybe. But they know that they want to stop digging a hole. That's all they know. Divine Feminine, what they are seeing, what your masculine is seeing and witnessing in you is this calm and stillness. In a world that is confused and utter chaos, shit burned into the ground, you are just like in this peaceful Zen state. And they're starting to see that it pays to work from the light. Pays to speak life. Pays to give energy to something good. It pays to give money to something good. Wow. It pays to devote their life to God is what I just heard. It pays to devote your life to God. And they're noticing this because of you. I heard the name Nessa or Tessa because you're in the state of complete Zen, like state of peace and harmony. When others aren't, it's like everybody around them, they're not doing okay. Heightened intuition. Be extra aware of your inner knowingness as it's trustworthy. Moonstone. Yeah. Masculines, you guys are becoming more sensitive to chemicals. Some of you might even be wearing clothes that are like washed in the same detergent that you've always used, and like all of a sudden you're getting scratchy skin or something like that. Same with food, chemicals in your water. You can't live like that anymore. I'm getting a heightened sensory, even like people touching you. Yeah. Fabrics touching you. Yeah. I'm hearing smoking. A lot of you are giving up smoking. I heard carcinogens. You're much more sensitive now. What is this heightened intuition? What's the masculine being aware of now? Trust and faith. Yeah, I'm hearing going to God. Like, trust and faith that you will be taken care of, that you will be provided for, that you really are divine, and you really are going to be safe in whatever the fuck you choose. If God is for you, who would ever be against you? Really. If God is for you, and it's obvious at this point, because a lot of you are like 30, 40, 50 years old, and they can't destroy you yet. Look at how much look at how much they fucking tried it. Look, and they still can't get your ass. Listen, if you don't know by now how divinely protected you are being sat down right now in stillness and meditation, and you are being asked to shut the fuck up and look at it. Look how divinely protected you are. They can't get you. They haven't got you yet. And that was when you were unaware. Just imagine now being completely 100% in alignment with your higher self, knowing that you are the shit and nobody can take you out. You're divine, you're God, you and the Father are one, right? Like what? They can't get you, bro. They couldn't even get you when you were asleep, though. They couldn't get you at your fucking worst. You're telling me they're about to be able to get you at your best? Come on, shove that shit right up there. Shove it so far up that maybe you make common sense, because you ain't making common sense right now to me. Not as a reader, I can't understand your way of thinking right now, Divine Masculine. They couldn't even get you at rock bottom. The hell? When you had nothing and no one, they deserted you, betrayed you, abandoned you. Couldn't even get you then. They couldn't even get you to shut up then. Even then you were still talking about love. Even then you were still promoting prosperity. Like, you might have been speaking a lot more death than life, but even still, you were speaking life. You need to give yourself credit, because you were trying. A lot of curses and spells and shit put on you, and you were still trying. I heard, and you were still dying. You were still dying and you were still trying. Wow. And now it's resurrection time. Look at it as A boss moth, I heard. The boss moth. The boss moth. See, the moth is given that coven I was talking about. Like the way of the witch, you know? The way of the warlock kind of shit here, right? But then there's like this... The moth is like... Well, it's blue because it's healed. That's a sign of healing, all right? But then, it's resurrection day. It's like boss moth too. So like whatever you were leading this coven astray, you were leading these people astray, divine masculine. You were. So what? Fix your fucking life. Fix your life, okay? Me and a lot of other divine feminines are fucking over it. Fix your life, stop bitching and moaning. And if you don't want to stop bitching and moaning, totally cool. But get your karma, okay? For the rest of you who are like, yeah, I'm tired of digging a hole, Jenna. Then sit in silence and at least shut your trap for like 15 minutes. And figure out why you keep speaking death over your life. Why do you keep saying shit like, I'm so ugly, I'm never gonna be deserving of her, I'm never gonna, like, I don't know, I can't do that, and I won't do that, and there's no way, and it's a little like, fuck you, I mean, fuck that. 10 of Pentacles. You guys don't have no idea how protected you are. I mean, think about it. Think about it. The fact that you even found me right now to listen to this message, like the fact that you even have the capability, the eyes to see, the ears to hear, like that fact that you have made it this fucking far. Look at this with the Queen of Wands in reverse against wicked bitches coming at you. Look at this. Witch bitch from the West coming at you and your money all this time, and you're still this well off? You still understand the law of the universe this much? I mean, they had every right to fear you. They really did. No wonder they tried to stop you. That was when you were asleep? Wait, hold on. You were this prosperous and abundant when you were speaking death over your life? No, wait, hold on. Yeah, you were speaking death over your life and death over other people's life. And you were sitting there rubbing elbows, breaking bread with your enemies who never even wanted you to succeed, and you're telling them you're still breathing. Not only are you still breathing, but you're wiser and smarter than you've ever been, and more cunning and more wise as a serpent. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, yeah. No, it's over. Certainly is. I don't think your enemies understand what over means, though. Oh, release. Well, they're about to. There's that wisdom I was just channeling. You're about to release the Kraken, I heard. You're about to release the wisdom that you have gained about who they are, about what they are, about what they stand for. It's like, yeah, I heard I'm about to educate. I'm about to educate these people. Divine masculines, you guys are being asked to please lay it out and lay it out thick. Educate these people. Ooh, I heard educate. War and battle. Look at that on the split. War and battle. Tend to the small things. I think you guys, okay, so here's, conclusions are within reach, divine masculine, if you can really call out your enemies for what they are. Who they are, what they say, what they work for. Tend to the small things in this war. That's how you're going to win the war. Start looking at the fine details, the fine print. Start looking at the nitty gritty. Start looking at what they say versus what they do. Start looking at what they're actually saying versus what they're believing, right? They might say, oh yeah, I hope you have all the success in the world. I'm so happy, yeah. But they're actually like, you can tell they're not prosperous in their life. Why would they want you prosperous? Claim your independence. Words, okay, watch your words and phobias. You're breaking free from these people, guys. Co-create with Spirit. Spirit has you so at rock bottom, divine masculine, that you have no choice but to surrender anymore. So we have watch your words, phobia, and claim your independence. It's time for you to stop speaking this like negativity over your life, because you're not impacting just you. You're impacting your divine feminine as well. And trust me, earth angels, light workers, divine feminines that are at rock bottom, God has had it. God has had it with those innocent women and men not having anything, not having even food in their fridge, not having lights in their home in America, in a first world country. These workers of light, the divine ones, the ones who sacrificed everything for humanity, God is fucking fed the fuck up. So tired of people like you, divine masculine, getting it twisted, being around a lot of devils, a lot of snakes in the grass, because you don't want to step up and do something. Well, guess what? Evil runs the world when good people do nothing. So you are being asked by Spirit right now, sit your ass down and zip it. Don't say another word that is going to harm the divine feminines, because your ass is grass, not the divine feminine. She is being protected, completely taken care of, 100% by the divine, period, all the time. She's been taken care of. She might be living in a lack mentality, a state of poverty, but that is, again, until her masculine steps the fuck up within her. Once the masculine can step up, the feminine can now receive. The feminine has been readying herself to receive. It's just the masculine energy needed to give. Okay? So, how are you going to prove to the divine that you're ready to give? How are you going to do that? Well, you're going to educate, my friend. You're going to educate. You're going to sit people down. You're going to educate. You're going to educate. You're going to show them, I'm releasing you because of X, Y, and Z. Remember that time a year ago you told me this? Remember when you just called that person this? Remember when you said that? Remember when you did that spell on me? Remember when you did that spell on her? Remember that? You're going to educate. You're about to educate your enemies. You're going to lay it out there. I remember once wow, divine life purpose, yeah. Life lessons until I look, I'm really getting divine life purpose and life lessons. This is your purpose. Start instructing people. Start teaching people. Look, power, take your power back and fucking own it. Show them. Show them. Who runs this shit? You've been running this shit the whole time. You just didn't know it. You've been running it the whole time. Why don't you let your higher self take the wheel? Why don't you let Jesus be the driver for a minute, all right? Let your ego have a day off, okay? And pull your head out of your arse. Your divine life purpose is to really educate these people. I remember when, I was around my twin flame, and I was hexed by a witch who claimed to be Christian. That's debatable. But she took about 10 people that were in our community, that we were mutual friends with these people. And she took 10 of these people, went to a different area, a different group, and hexed me. And about an hour later, she came back with everybody all at one time. And they'd never done that before. Like, it was only because I was in there that this was happening. And I remember my twin, he was like, wait, what just happened? Where'd you guys go? And she's like, oh, don't worry about it. We had to go bind some things. Don't worry. We're good now. I knew instantly. I was like, that witch bitch, she just put that on me. She just put that on me, but it had already taken place. It had already taken place. I wasn't allowed to speak up because that was part of the hex. It was like I was jinxed. I couldn't actually say anything. So it took me maybe about a month or two, probably 2 months of me being completely silenced. Him and I, we both just kind of, you could see how people were hurting you. You could see how other people were being abused psychically with witchcraft. You could see it, you could view it, you could watch them do it. But the curse on me that I couldn't break yet, the spell, I had to learn my own lessons to be able to do it. To break the curse of my own self, I had to love myself through it. But I didn't actually see that she was powerless. I was giving her more power than she deserved. She didn't deserve that. So a couple months later, I go in there and I educated some people right in front of everybody. There's about 20, 25 people in there. And I said, listen, hey, you remember like a couple weeks ago when you hexed me right in front of everybody? You remember that? And she was like, oh, well, it says in the Bible to do that with my enemies. And I'm like, oh, okay. All right. So you are a witch then, huh? So a Christian witch. Okay, cool. She's like, well, yeah, I mean, I used to be a witch, but I'm not really anymore. And I'm thinking to myself, like, bitch, you don't get to undo what you know, okay? So anyway, she admitted it right out loud in front of everybody. She's like, yeah, okay, so I did that. And you know what? I'd probably do it again because it says in the Bible to do so. So, I mean, what? And I remember I was like right in front of him too. I was like, no way, there's no way. Like, you see this, right? But my masculine, he couldn't see it yet. He was still kind of under the spell. I had broken it first. I'm a high priestess, so I get to know things a little bit before he does. Just a little bit. There's just a little bit of a delay. He's going to be very much fully aware very soon. Very soon. But I am getting that's kind of what the feminines are realizing right now. Like, you've already educated people. Now it's time for your, well, karmic retribution in a way. Like, you are meant to have more of a pull, more of an influence. You are meant to lead. You are meant to be seen for this. Not only validated that your pain, what was there, it happened, but no. That's great. You know, the whole vindication and feeling validated, right? At a soul level, that feels good. But now the divine is asking that you get your reward in being really glorified for what you are. You're the curse breaker. You've been the curse breaker the whole time. There's one in you, obviously stronger than the one that is in the world, right? Hence breaking curses, hence breaking generational curses, hence being a light worker, hence being the light. You wouldn't even have been attacked like this if that wasn't true, that you were the light. So now, divine feminine, I think, and I'm pretty sure a lot of divine beings think, that it's time for you to get recognized. So people about to be educated. And I'm really getting the divine masculine is the one doing the educating about what the divine feminine has been through. But again, the divine masculine and feminine is an aspect all within ourselves. The masculine is the one right now, me, energetically conveying a message to you by putting energy out there that my feminine, me, has been abused psychically, right? I, my masculine, am validating myself, my feminine, that I have been harmed. I'm doing that to me. It doesn't matter if something external of me is ever going to validate. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if there's like a billion comments that say like, wow, that's so horseshit. I can't believe that happened to you, Jenna. It's great. I thank you so much for caring, but I'm not here for that. I'm here to validate me. And so the divine feminine, you are about to be liberated in a way. Exalted for the pain and suffering that you've endured. And this is happening because I heard the 10th. I don't know. I heard the 10th. Something about August 10th, maybe? I don't know. I heard the 10th. Maybe you could be born on the 10th of... I don't know. Wow. Okay, guys. This fucking deck is huge. It's literally like I have 4, I think, decks kind of combined. And this one came out again. 10 of the small things. Mouse spirit. It's like this mouse. You're very mousy. You're almost just... You're kind of like... quiet. I don't know. Reserved, I'm getting. But it's like, I don't know if the feminine wants to be that way anymore. I don't know. I'm getting like... What? Can you give me more on that? Surrender. Yeah, it's like you're tired of people seeing you as this one that'll just give up. Like surrender. In a fight, like you'll just back down and be like, okay, all right, have a good one. Namaste. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, I'm getting like it's pissing you off. The path, yes, the path. I'm hearing the holy roller path. Yeah, that's what I heard, the holy roller path. The you that's like, you always have to be the higher self, or you always have to be the one that's like, oh, okay, well, I love you, have a good one. Some of you are just like, I'm fucking tired. I don't want to do that. And again, I'm seeing her down here at the bottom, right? Here's the new earth that you were seeing. Here's the portal. And I'm getting 8-8, the Lionsgate portal, right? Here's what you were seeing, a new earth, right? But you're down here at the bottom. It reminds me of a dream I had. 8-8, look. 2 + 6 is the surrender card, right? 8-8. Yeah, it's the portal. I think it's the portal coming up. Okay, so it reminds me of a dream I had years ago with my twin. He was on the bottom of the stairwell. The very bottom step. And he asked me to teach him how to read. And at the time, there was I was in a college, a dorm, or not a dorm room, what are those college auditoriums or something? And I was in the very back row, on the right-hand side, all the way to the back, like the last fucking seat on the right side. And he was like, psst, hey you. And I was like, what? Who are you? Where did you show up? What is happening here? And he was like, hey, can you teach me how to read? And I was like, yeah, I guess, yeah. I'm not paying attention to this clown. Sure. I wasn't listening to the lesson. I wasn't listening because it was like a, you know, public college or something. Like, I didn't listen. I'm too esoteric for that shit. Anyway, he was like, can you teach me how to read? And he was on the bottom step, and all of a sudden, so he was to my right, and I look at him, and boom, this alphabet chart shows up. The alphabet. Right in front of him on the wall is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, you know? And I was like, I get to the letter S, and I'm like, okay, and this is S. Snake. Serpent. Snake. And I remember he was like, thank you. Do you want to go home? After I said snake, he's like, do you want to go home now? And I started crying. And the dream, it was so profound. It was such a release. There was so much like sadness that I was getting out in that dream. I was like, oh my God, I want to go home, which is here, right? Home. And so I started crying, and I woke up from the dream. It was so impactful. But I didn't know at the time that I was going to ever be a tarot reader. I had no idea. None. I had no idea. I wasn't even awake yet. I wasn't even spiritually attuned yet. So I didn't know. I didn't know what the fuck that was. That dream was. I was like, who are you? Who is that? You're cute, but who the fuck are you? Yeah. And so now I'm noticing that I teach people, right? At the bottom stair. There's something about the masculines right now. Like, you're going to be teaching people who are really at rock bottom, down and out. Like really, truly at the bottom, and they need to know how to read. Now, again, for me, symbolically, it meant reading cards. I'm pretty sure. The Way of the Serpent, esotericism, it meant that for me. But for you, Divine Collective, it means helping those that are really desperate to know what they've done. They want to know what magic is, because they know they fucking used it the whole time they were alive. The whole time their life looks like shit. They now know, they now realize, because the divine is setting them on a better course. They now realize, hello, magic is real. Not only is magic real, but your ass used it the entire time you've been breathing. Every time you speak words, that's word witchery. You're a witch. Congratulations. Now what are you going to do about it? So these people are at rock bottom, right? So the divine masculine, what I'm getting for you is, you're now being asked to educate. First, I'm hearing you're laying it out thick with your enemies. You're educating your enemies, but I'm hearing that in a very sarcastic tone. Like, why don't you educate your enemies first? Once your enemies are cleared out, the snakes in the grass, once they're gone, then you can educate the real ones, right? The ones that really want to know. But I keep hearing right now, divine masculine, why don't you educate your enemies? Why don't you educate your friends about who your enemies are? Why don't you differentiate yourself between your enemies and your friends? Why don't you actually show which side you work for? I'll wait. And a lot of divine feminines are like, we'll wait. I feel like there's so many feminines just like, nah, I'll fucking wait. I'm here for it. What are you going to choose? So, it's up to you. I mean, whatever. You do your bidding. I'm going to sit my happy hiney right behind, right here. Look at this, the Father of Swords, King of Swords. I'm going to sit my happy hiney right here as this pleasantly plump owl with the Sword of Truth. Okay? And my nice little curves that I got going on her. I'm going to sit here on my tush, knowing that I'm divinely protected. Period. That's it. And I literally get what I want every day. All day, every minute of every day. All I have to do is say, yes, please, right there in my palm. Thank you so much, God. I'm going to do that. While the wicked don't get rest. 3 of Swords and the 4 of Swords in reverse. Period. Those who try to bind me are about to get laid out, honey. Yeah. It was one thing for me to call it out in that group. Because, you know, as one witch to another, like, I called her out and I was like, hey, listen, the whole, like, witchcraft thing, bitchcraft, no, you're not going to do that to me ever again. That was one thing. Having her admit it in front of everybody, that felt really good. But now, knowing that my divine masculine is going to see it, and he's forced to do something about it. They've been arch nemesis for like the whole time anyway. They've been enemies since the beginning of fucking time anyway. They fight like cats and dogs, these two. So I'm not really worried about it. He's already seen it. But point is, divine masculine, you're about to see who has bound you. Who has been binding you? You. Uh-oh, it's you. Yeah, it's been you the whole time. You allowed it. You allowed it. These were your friends. They're fake ass friends anyway. They're frenemies. Uh-oh. These snakes in the grass, they're your problem now. Divine feminines, you guys are pulling your energy back, and I feel like you're just speaking life over yourself anymore. You're just like, I'm beautiful, I am wealthy, I am taken care of, I'm divine, I'm oof. Honey, that looks good on you, okay? That confidence, though, looks real good. Divine feminines, what's coming in for the feminines? God, I'm so proud of Soul family, bitch, yes. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. What did I just say? You guys, I literally just said, I feel like there's so many feminines behind me. Look. Divine feminines, you have so many people sitting behind you, right? Your soul family is like, we got this, honey. Yeah, we got this. We're here. Look, see, all these people are supporting you. And see, this is what I was getting for the feminines. That sandpaper, you know? It's like, oh my God, this is what I saw, bitch. Look. This looks like sandpaper. You see how rocky that is, right? And then here is what I saw. A layer on top of it, like gliding. Bitch, that's what I saw. That's what I fucking saw. Okay? I saw this with my mind's eye like an hour ago. This is the rough terrain, right? The sandpaper. And here it is, the gloss right over top of it. You guys building a new earth, and it's gonna be like so easy for you guys. Let me find out why it's gonna be easy. What's this gloss represent first? Leap. You go first, the universe will catch you. And then I'm noticing the whale leaping out of the water. And the dolphin too. It's almost like you're trusting yourself in a way. Miracle, angel of alchemy. You're trusting that a miracle is going to take place, but it's not only a miracle. It's like, that's so cliche. This is like you believing right now, divine feminine, that the biggest miracle of your life has to happen for you to get out of this situation that you're in. And it's almost like the faith of not only a mustard seed, but like a whole bottle of mustard powder. I don't know. Oh, just like a lot of mustard seeds. I don't know, the faith that you have that a miracle is about to take place is It's insane. It's insane. And what I'm really getting is this soul family that you have coming in, you're calling in your soul tribe right now. It's like, holy shit, they also believe in miracles like this. And when two or more are gathered in my name, there I am, right? It's biblical, I think, something like that. Where two or more are gathered in love, there God is. You and the soul sister of yours, or, well, I am kind of getting a lot of women here, but it could be a man in a feminine energy. But yeah, these people are like, they believe in miracles too. Give me more on that. Yeah, bitch. I'm so good at my job. They're like, we understand the promise that's being had. The divine is offering us something too. Wow. There's a new promise here, yeah. Wow. You're being met with a lot of feminines that are, wow, it's like, okay, you know what I heard conspiring in your favor. A lot of these people might be sending you love, gift baskets, I'm hearing, maybe just an email, a prayer, a candle spell, something, some sort of energy. And I'm getting something with the throat chakra, so I feel like it's going to be communication in some way towards the universe on your behalf to bless you. Because it's the divine masculine within them blessing you. Because the divine feminine within you is ready to receive that blessing. You understand? So now there's a lot of people that understand their divine masculinity. Even women, they understand what they can do. They can speak life, and they're speaking life over you. That's why you don't really need any man or woman in your 3D reality. Like, yeah, twin flame union, that'd be great. In the 3D, that'd be amazing. Everybody strives for that. That's great. But you don't need that. You don't need it. This is somebody like a clerk at a gas station who's just like, you know what, I hope you have an amazing day. You're so pretty. I hope today you just have like the best day of your life. Or your neighbor who writes you a little message and shoves it under your door like mine does. It's something like that. It's like, you don't need someone, a permanent fixture in your life anymore, divine feminine. You have a lot of people coming in and out of your life to give you blessings. Give me more on this miracle spirit. What is going to be happening for the divine feminine soon? Miraculous what? Unrequited love. Harmony. Like I just said, you guys don't need that partner next to you. Like, you don't need that secondary person, right? It's like what's going to be bonding you and a feminine coming in soon, multiple I'm getting, is this this understanding. This self-love, but it came from pain of unrequited love. You're bringing in feminines who are in harmony with their divine masculine within themselves. They might not even be in union in the 3D, but they are at union within themselves. And these are your miracle workers, I'm hearing. These are your miracle workers, divine feminine. Can I get more on that? Emotions are running high. Supermoon, yeah. I feel like it's something to do with this unrequited love, like the emotions that you guys have. You're breaking free from the emotional bond of like, yeah, because you're realizing your divine masculine is you. You don't need somebody external of you anymore. And that's why I'm feeling like you're letting yourself feel all your emotions. And that's why, again, earlier I said that's why you like the divine. It's why you're fighting for the light so much. It's why you're working for God, because you understand that God loves your shadow. Like God loves all of you, all parts of you. And also, I am getting, divine feminine, you will be learning something very soon about how a lot of people gave you like unrequited love and why that was. You might even cry about this. You might cry because you might realize it was your inner masculine doing this. Again, speaking death over you. Speaking death over your partnership, speaking death over everything. So a blessing coming in soon for feminines is that you'll be purging a lot, crying a lot. Maybe some of you have already done this, but you might be crying a lot. And it might be about like how unloved you've been your whole life and how you really did it to you. How your inner masculine really did it to you. Unknowingly, you know, we were all living under the veil of consciousness. None of us knew that we were doing this, guys. I mean, we weren't fucking aware. We weren't conscious. None of us were. As star seeds, we're planted in the dark for a reason. None of us knew. None of us fucking knew what we were doing. As we were hurting other people, using our powers for evil, not good. We didn't know. We didn't know. None of us knew. And it's like, that's where you're going to be, in a way, healing from this soon. It's a blessing. And this is going to, I'm hearing, free you up in a way for you to start receiving more abundance. Put you on a different path, a different trajectory is what I'm hearing. It's gonna make you realize that it was just it was a lesson. It was a karmic lesson you never learned until now. You never were able to understand, like, oh yeah, that's why people are allergic to me. Oh yeah, that's why no one ever gave. Oh yeah, that's why. And then boom, it's like it's settled and then you get a blessing. Let's see what the blessing is. Justice, girl, karma. Ace of Swords, thank you, Jesus. It's like it's immediate. It's like a holy fuck. Overnight, justice comes in. It's insane. And then I threw this card. Oh God, it's so beautiful. This card, a powerful energy shift, fell out of the deck and landed on the table just like that. This one was the one next, prosperity. A powerful energy shift that leads to prosperity. I'm telling you, you're gonna cry soon, Divine Feminine. And it's about like, wow, literally no one loved me. I was betrayed by everyone. Everyone, including my masculine. Everyone, including my parents. Everyone, including me. I betrayed me. And it's like, as soon as you acknowledge that, honey, that divine karma that comes in so fucking fast. I'm getting like overnight for some of you. A powerful energy shift and prosperity. It allows you to start receiving again. Passion, which ignites the passion within your masculine to start being the one to give it to you. Wow, guys, wow. I just want one more on that. Give me one on the unrequited love. Nine of Wands. I saw immediately my twin flame sitting on the bottom stair. Yeah. Yep. Six of Pentacles. Why it was so challenging for people to get to you. The Nine of Wands, this is like feeling like you have to fight all the time just to be given some scraps. Just to be given feminine. It's like, it's the feminine is like, damn, I'm not that hard to love. You were never hard to love, honey. Ever, ever, ever. You just had a karmic lesson you need to learn. It reminds me, yesterday I watched this, The Rosie Life. If you guys have ever seen her, she's a life coach. She's amazing. She talked about how one of her clients came to her and she had been like 7 or 8 months going with this really expensive coach who wasn't getting her any results. And that coach was taking her through all these crazy, like, routines and weird ass shit to get her manifestation, and it never worked. And she was with Rosie one day, one coaching session, and she got contact from her significant other, like she hadn't seen in months, I guess. And I mean, months and months. If she's trying to do this for 7 or 8 months, like she must have been waiting at least that long. So she was like, the first thing my client said, this new client that I spoke with, the first thing she said to me, which was so alarming, was, I know he's mine. I remember, like, as a viewer watching this coach, as a coach, I was watching her and I could almost feel how shocked Rosie was that her client was that adamant that her boyfriend was coming back. Her boyfriend was hers, period. Because that poor woman had suffered for 7 or 8 months when she knew in her mind he was hers all along. I mean, the universe fucking knew it too the whole time, because she kept saying, no, he's mine, he's mine, he's mine, he's mine. She was just doing something, paying off karmic debt, I suppose. I think she needed to learn a lesson. And what she really needed to learn was not to put so much power and emphasis in someone external of you teaching you shit that you already know within. Honey, there it is, taking you to church today. She needed to learn not to give so much emphasis on a technique, on a person, on an idea, on an ideology. Her mind was telling her every fucking day, he's mine, he's mine, he's mine. If she would have just believed that, instead of like all these hoops that she had to jump through in someone else's teachings, she would have had him 7 or 8 months ago, probably. That's kind of what I'm getting here, feminines. There's something about, you're going to discover a truth rapidly, and then overnight your entire life changes. And the ability for you to start receiving. It's going to be so shocking. It's going to be like over fucking night. And I'm pretty sure in the beginning of the reading, I started talking about something, how quickly it's going to happen. I think it was how swift the punishment is for the enemies, for your enemies. Yeah, I think that's what it is. But that's because you learned something very quickly, a karmic lesson in like, you were expecting so much from the Six of Pentacles. You were expecting give and take from people who are on the bottom fucking rung, honey. They don't even have the awareness to get to the top to give you shit. Feminines, the reason you were so involved with these people who gave you unrequited love, you were not with, well, I mean, you weren't with the right ones yet, but that's cliche. You weren't with the right ones. You kept lying to yourself, convincing yourself that those at the bottom stair are intellectually sound and spiritually awakened enough to be giving you shit. They didn't have anything to give you. Nothing. They had nothing to give you, honey. Nothing. I'm sorry. That's sad. Yes. Is it sad? 3 of Swords. Of course it's sad. You're going to fucking cry. You're going to learn something soon. And to be like, wow, I was expecting, what's the saying? Blood from a rock? Blood from a turnip? I don't know. There's something about like, I was expecting something from nothing. Boom. Overnight. Overnight. Seriously. It's crazy. It's overnight. It's like something just changed for you. Shifts for you. And you start getting abundance in a way that is like fucking magical, bro. I don't know. But it's like all of a sudden your divine masculine starts speaking life over you. Again, you are your masculine, so you start speaking life over you, but it's the masculine energy in you. The provider, the protector, the one that wants to provide and protect for you. So, last message, and I think I'm done. The other day I got this download that, let me see how I can word this. If Spirit wants me to talk about it. Actually, I don't know if they do, because it kind of just, I lost it. I had it and then it's gone. Your energy is going to shift very quickly, Divine Feminine. Overnight. When you realize that you were trying to get equal compensation or love, adoration, kindness, friendship, anything from people who do not fucking have it, honey. They don't have it. They're not capable of having it. They will never be capable of having it because really, truly, they're your enemy. Well, I mean, not all of them. Some of them are just, they're divine beings that are at level 1. You're at level 100. So you guys might be realizing this unrequited love thing is like generational. Yeah, I heard settling. Your entire family lineage settled. You kept bringing in people at the bottom rung. Why can't they give to me? Why won't they hold me? Why won't they caress me? Why won't they talk to me? Why won't we have pillow talk? Why can't we have intimacy? Why? Because you're not with someone who is aware of their divinity yet. Why am I seeing the bottom rung again with my twin flame there? Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Again, the masculine wants to be educated. The masculine wants to know what to do, what to put energy towards, feminine. Guide them. Guide them. Show them. Okay, this is the template. This is the business I want to have. This is how I want to speak. This is the kind of friend I want. This is how I want you to be. This is how I want me to be. This is what I want to do and I want to wear and I want to say and I want to live and how I want to, what kind of house I want. And this is, tell your higher self what it is you want, right? I know I can do whatever I set my mind to. And then watch your masculine not only learn from you, but take you home, right? In the dream when he said, do you want to go home? Hell yeah, I want to go home. Start fucking giving to me. I deserve it. And that, my friends, is exactly what this justice card is. It's like, okay, let's get you there then. I'm seeing these cats. They're like, all right, bitch, let's go. Like, you're the one that needs to speak it out loud. You say that shit. We will follow. You speak, we follow. So anyway, this is a beautiful reading. I loved it. This was by far, I always say this, but this was my favorite. I always say it, 1 hour, 15 minutes, 55 seconds, 555. I think the change that you're going to have, Divine Feminine, is so drastic. It's like overnight. What is the change exactly? Four of Wands, bitch. It is crazy. It's like people start noticing you're already in union within yourself. Temperance. You're an earth angel. 9 of Cups. Like, you are fucking fulfilled on your own. On your own. People are gonna notice you're everybody's wish fulfillment. Shit. It's like you go from unrequited love to learning a lesson about it, and then boom, suddenly there's no unrequited love. Suddenly everybody wants you. It's like a tower moment. Look at that. Excuse me. That's a yes. Anytime I burp, it's always a yes. But look, it's going to be so shocking. It's like a revelation. It's like, wait, whoa. Wait a minute. I kind of want to invest in the Divine Feminine. But it's because you break a curse about why you keep getting unrequited love. Stop expecting enlightenment from people on level 1. You're not going to get that shit. Stop expecting a boyfriend that honestly doesn't even know the divine to give you divine love. They don't even give themselves divine love, honey. Stop expecting it. And it's like as soon as you do, boom, something changes, and it's so powerful. It's such a huge shift in the way people view you. It's like people start seeing you as wish fulfillment, and it's like, oh my God, it's like that woman. She'd already been telling the universe, like, he's mine, he's mine, he's mine. All she needed was a little teeny tiny tweaking. It was for her to take her power back and give it to herself. She was the one that needed to say, wait, this isn't working for me. I'm done. I don't like that, coach. She's the one that needed to take herself out of it. She'd already had the mental programming to get him back. That's why it happened overnight. But she needed to see that, like, she was the one fueling that over and over and over and okay, hello, wake the fuck up. When is it's you. It's you. And so this unrequited love, there's a lesson here. It instantly puts you in union with your Divine Masculine. The 4 of Wands is the twin flame card. It instantly gets people to look at you differently. Because it was a curse. It was a generational thing that was consistently on people of your family who settled. They didn't feel good enough to be with the enlightened ones. They didn't feel good enough to be with the ones that were very powerful, right? Because they felt weak. So they kept pulling in weak people, weak-minded people who wouldn't really love them for them. So you had to do that. You had to break that. And now you're realizing that because you love you for you, other people are forced to do the same. And it's going to come like a tower. I'm getting it so sudden. How people suddenly, for the twin flame collective, especially the Divine Feminine, people are going to be like, oh my God, that's my person. But it's not. You're not. You're not everybody's person. You're your twin flames person. You're only a Divine Feminine for one masculine, you know what I mean? But people are going to start seeing you like, oh my God, you're the one, you're the one, you're the one. Which is like a whole bunch of built up karma, like good karma for being recognized for who the fuck you are. But it's like you couldn't have that. Because because there was something, and I'm seeing how old this image is. It's almost like there was something from your past, especially in your women, and then the women's side of your family. They always settled. They always settled. I'm sorry, but they did. Last card, Holy Spirit. Gratitude. Yeah, and people coming in immediately. Gratitudes and platitudes, I heard. Yeah, and this is what's going to be helping you. Receive more. Yeah, this is why it's so shocking and it's so sudden with the Justice here and the Ace of Swords. It's like people get these epiphanies about you so quickly that immediately they want to reach out and be like, oh my God, you know, I've loved you forever. Or, oh my God, yeah, actually, I've had a crush on you for like 5 years and I just never said it. And then you're masculine in the same way. It's like, it's overnight. And it's going to put you in the energy, the attitude of gratitude, which, guys, you know, when you are grateful for shit, more comes in, right? You know it. We all know this. It's basic. You're grateful for things. The universe is like, oh, great. Okay, perfect. Let's give you more. You're going to take care of it. Let me give you more. This is why your blessings, the divine karma is coming in, your justice. Because you're going to be so much more grateful soon. Wow. It's unlocking something. This whole like unrequited love is a life lesson. It was like your ancestors couldn't figure that shit out. They were on the bottom rung. They had no idea. They hadn't gained enlightenment. Hello, that I'm settling for someone who doesn't even really care about me because they don't even value themselves. But you, Divine Feminine, are here to break this. You're a curse breaker. So you are breaking this, and it's like instantly. People are like, oh my God, you're so damn sexy. I want you in my life. Oh my God, have my babies. Have my babies. Temperance, look. People are going to see, look at this. Oh my God. Guys, it's fucking insane. And this is really the last of it, I think. Temperance, I heard Earth Angel vibes. Earth Angels recognizing who the fuck you are because you recognize who the fuck you are. Again, with the Four of Wands here, I'm really getting like your twin flame as well sees you as like the truth, honey. The truth. And didn't I say that my masculine was soon I heard he's soon gonna know. He's soon gonna know. So the Divine Feminine, your partner is soon gonna know. Okay? They're gonna know. Because you're breaking a curse. This curse around you. It's that you're not worthy of love. Or it's like this stench. I'm not literally, I don't think, guys. I don't know, maybe. I don't think so. This is like this off-putting aroma. Why am I saying that? It could even be that a lot of you as psychics attract a lot of low vibrational energies. Yeah, because I'm actually smelling this card all of a sudden. I smell like dead people or something. Oh God. Some of you could have even really had like what you thought was a body odor or something. It's not. It's a psychic. It's psychic in nature. Oh God, what? That took a weird turn. It's an auric. It's your aura. It's your aura. You're busting through this, feminine, and I'm telling you, it's immediate. It's immediate. These people, like, over fucking night are like, who the fuck are you, though? I did a message on this yesterday. I was like, dude, who are you? Who are you? It was for one of the piles in my pick a card. If you want to go watch it, I was like, who the fuck are you, though? It's on a short as well. You can go watch a short. I'm making shorts now. That's like a thing. I'm making shorts now. Cute. But yeah, you guys are just going to be like overnight. Like, I was always lovable. Always. 100% lovable since the day I started breathing. There was nothing wrong with me ever. Literally ever. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on my clock. I shut the front door right now. Listen, just listen, Linda, listen to me. I just saw 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row. You are getting right back on track. It's like you never even skipped a beat. You had to learn this. There's so much good karma built up. This was the only fucking thing blocking you, feminine. Wow, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's like this is just that one thing. It's like that client of Rosie's. She just needed that one thing. She'd already accrued so much good karma. She'd already told the universe, like, he's mine, he's mine, he's mine. All she needed was just a different approach. She didn't even need Rosie. She needed to pull her ass out of that situation and move the fuck on from that coach that was stealing her money. That's all she needed. She needed to learn a lesson. She didn't need Rosie. In the 3D, it was a transition point for her. It was a way for her mind to conceptualize a new change that's happening. But she didn't need her. She needed herself. It's beautiful, beautiful. Wow, what a beautiful reading, guys. So fun. This was like, I loved it. I loved it. I hope you loved it as well. We have the star here. I'm really all about these readings anymore. I think I'm going to start doing twin flame readings like this. I used to do these on my live streams, but let's be real. People are greedy as fuck on my live streams, and I'm over it. I'm not doing live stream readings anymore. So I'm going to start doing channeled messages over here. So if you guys are twin flame and you like these messages, give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Comment and let me know if it resonates. But yeah, you guys are going to be healing a lot very quickly. And it's like overnight, bro. You start getting so much good happen to you. It's so beautiful. Oh God, I can't wait. I'm being told to go do pick a card on Patreon, so if you guys want to go check that out, it might have a message over there to confirm this for you if you pick that one. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go, guys, but this was a beautiful reading. Thank you so much for being here. I really want to thank you guys for the donations. Thank you so much for booking with me. Thank you. It's helping me a lot right now as a reader, as a coach, as a girl that pays rent. Thank you, really, truly. I love you guys with all my heart. Yeah, twin flames for the win, honey. Twin flames all the way. Like, this is it. This is really twin flame union, and it's here. So I love you, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.